Hey legends, hopefully you're going well for another week. You probably can't see that much difference, but it's very different on this side of the fence. I'm pretty excited about it. The members know that I've been doing some crazy upgrades here in the behind the scenes. But first of all, let's say g'day to everyone. Brendan Killjoys, how are you going, mate? Where's the thing?
Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you.
Thank you. Brendan Regan's in the house, getting in early and grabbing a front row seat. I had one for you before.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, Thomas Watson, high five to you. Thomas Watson, high five. Brad Holloway, hey peeps, g'day to you.
I like it.
How you going, mate? Ed Star in the house. First of all, everybody, let's give it up to Ed Star. Woo, woo, woo. Ed Star's here. Super great bloke, Ed Star. Another just insane act of generosity this week. Appreciate you, Ed Star. And a funny little thing as well. So Ed Star and I, we always talk on Discord and just generally talk. And there's a Facebook page that always interacts with stuff as well called Eddie. And I never put 1 and 2 together that they were both Ed Star. So that was a funny moment of realization this afternoon. We had a laugh about it as well. But yeah, really stoked and excited, Ed Star. I won't ruin the surprise for everyone else, but I really appreciate it. I'm excited for what you've pulled together. And as always, Ed Star is he never needs any kudos. He never wants a parade for anything, but he keeps me motivated. Mark Stelson, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Sean in the house. What are you up for it?
What am I gonna do?
How's it going? Everyone's getting familiar with each other. That's awesome. Craig's Catfish Caper, Catastrophe, Calamity, Catfishy, Fun. How you going, Craig? Good to see you. Richie's DIY Fish Room. G'day, fishy friends. Where's the tunes gone? G'day, fishy friends. Nice to have the company scaping a GBR tank tonight. Awesome. Planning to do 1 tank a week until I have no more bare glass boxes left. I like it.
I love it.
It's true.
I love it.
It's true. Well done. What else is going on? Where are those eel-looking fish in the count? Oh, what are those? Those would be Senegal Bashir. Dinosaur Bashir. Bichir. Awesome fish. Prehistoric. G'day, Mr. Blake. Coming through loud and clear. Thank you very much. Always appreciate it. Good to hear. G'day from the jungle. An orangutan. How are you going, an orangutan? How's the palm plantation this afternoon where you live? Hopefully the family are well. Hopefully you've got yourself a nice little harem ready to, keep the population going. I was trying to come up with some kind of better punchline to deserve that, but anyway, you got the sign for it. Daniel Keeping Fish is here as well. How are you going, DKF?
It's time to
Hey, mate. Really enjoy every time Dan's here. Have a good morning, mate. Hopefully you're not getting in trouble at work. Siri, how are you going, Siri? Tigress is here as well. Good morning. Hello, everybody. What NRL team do you go for? I don't really follow NRL. Back when I lived in Queensland and New South Wales, I used to follow Newcastle Knights, but not really. And then my father-in-law is mad Melbourne Storm, so usually I just watch it with him. So I guess Melbourne Storm at the moment, which is fairly easy going when they win as much as they do. You got a new camera? No, it's a really interesting point. We'll talk about that first, just make sure. Evan Nolan, how's it going? Evan, water changes this weekend, friends. Don't forget. Indeed.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Oh, wrong one. That's me when I'm like, what should I do this weekend? Water changes. Hi all, Shrimpscape. How's it going, Shrimpscape? And Hilltop. Hi there. I never make these live streams. Well, congratulations. You've done it today. Well done. Oh, I already used that one. I'm already running out of stuff, but anyway. Let's go. Yeah, so, Ed Star, have I got a new camera? Looks clear as. Now, this is something that I want to tell people because I know that a lot of us are fishy friends, and our interests lie inside glass boxes, but also I have a side hobby of camera and tech and all that sort of stuff. And actually, you can get a lot out of a phone, a GoPro, and heaps of cheaper cameras as long as you invest in lights. So whilst I don't have a new camera, it was always a pretty good camera, but I've got new lights. So these ones even have a remote and they're on. Can you see that? Stop focusing on my face. Nah. Put the hand behind. No, it's not going to control. Well, it's on 1%, the lights. They can go up a lot more. So, yeah, pretty cool. Oh, I've just messed around with it. Alright. So, yeah, pretty excited. And, yeah, if anyone's looking to, like, spend a lot of money on stuff, spend a lot of money on lights, because lights can make a big difference in what your footage looks like. But anyway, probably not very many people are interested about that except for me. So, we'll keep going. Battery Chicken. How are you going, Battery Chicken? Hopefully you've had a few minutes out in the sun this week to stretch the wings. Yeah, hopefully things are going well for you, as well as they can be, Battery Chicken. Took a wee hour off work so I could catch the stream, which means I'm working for DKF instead while trying to catch the stream. Well, at least you don't get in trouble, I guess, but it's always better to watch stuff on the boss's dime. 100% will give you a 10. I need one of those, so that would be very handy. So if that works, that'd be good. And also a couple other things. So I moved. It used to be always awkward when I watch the replays because I barely ever looked in the camera, and that's because the camera used to be way away from the screen that I'd be looking down onto. So the camera's now in the center of two screens, so I'm more prompted to look across. But anyway, Eddie, how's it going, Eddie? Good to see you. The tunes are low this week, aren't they? It feels weird. I can just hear myself working and lurking, as they say. Nice. How fast cichlids grow? Bought baby cichlids about 1 inch. Depends on the cichlid. For example, these cichlids over here. Wait for them. There they are. These Oscars will grow, about 12 inches in the first year. But other cichlids like epistogrammas might grow, half a centimetre in 6 months. Is that a lot? So I'm sure there's a cichlid out there that grows half an inch in 6 months. So yeah, it depends. Cichlids is a huge range of fish. So if you can let me know what type we can talk about that. I saw there was also another question. Oh yeah, hilltop. Do I have any saltwater? Nah, it doesn't really interest me, to be honest. I had saltwater for 3 years, in different tanks, all the way up to 75 gallon, I think it is. So that was pretty cool. But the thing about saltwater is, it's just not very rewarding. It seems like you're constantly doing some kind of chemistry degree and constantly just getting home and something's dead that you had no idea about, or something slightly has gone wrong and your corals are dying on you and all that. So yeah, it just doesn't sound like they come from Josh's new tank. Yeah, so saltwater, it just seems, it's just always heartache with saltwater. So no, it's not really my thing. I like plants. Josh's new tank is pretty cool. I had a good chat to Josh this week as well, which has been good. I said we should get some little Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong or something in that tank because it's kind of a jungle vibe and it might tie the two together, the Nintendo and the sort of greenery. Maybe that's something you'll work on in the future. Brad, the giant Danio is settling in really well. I can see them through the gap right there. I'll have to send you a photo. Also, yeah, huge thank you to Brad for donating 4 giant Danio this week. He rehomed them to me. Actually, it was quite funny. He messaged me saying, do you know anyone who might like 4 giant Danio? I said, I might actually, maybe that's me. So I said I'll come and grab them, and I think dropped off some shrimp, but he bought the shrimp, but yeah, came home with some giant danier, which is cool. And it's always fun to walk in the house with was it a bag? Yeah, no, it was a container, with a container of fish, and Mrs. Blake's Aquatics was looking at me saying, what is this? And I said, I didn't even pay for them. In fact, I came home with some money because I sold some shrimp. So thanks, Brad. You were doubly in the good books for that. Much appreciated. Chris Vickery, hey, Sozamate. Hate to shoot some... I did not see Nerf guns there, but I'm glad that it's all fun and games. Yes, we have quite a few Nerf discs and bullets around my house too, so glad you're having fun. Mr. Maud is in the house. How's the middle of nowhere today? Yeah, I haven't forgotten to send you some stuff either, have I, John? That we hadn't agreed to do that yet, have we? So yes, that's good. It made me panic there because my mind is all crazy from having all of this backlog of printing stuff. So really appreciate everyone who ordered stuff. I drew out a little tally today, and I think I've got like 10 or 12 days straight of double printing to do. So it's just crazy. So really appreciate it. It's pretty awesome. And I'll send out another batch of stuff tomorrow before the weekend. So I'm working through everything. Please be patient if you can. And I'm really excited by it. Would brackish be as hard as saltwater? Nah, brackish isn't as bad as saltwater. I actually think there's probably some really cool brackish fish out there. I'll probably set up a brackish tank at some point and have some arches in it. I kind of also want some mud skippers as well, but then it's like, how many brackish tanks do you want to set up? So I'll just probably set up one brackish tank and do arches in it, and maybe some of those monos, the Argentias, that kind of look like an angelfish, but they've got kind of yellow on their fins. There are some cool brackish fish, and then I could also get a brackish puffer as well, which would be pretty awesome. That could definitely work. What else is going on here? How's the Crocs? Picked myself up something interesting the other day. Alright, this will be good. I got myself a pair of Taenicara Candida. Yeah, cool. Have you had them before? They're starting to colour up now. They look stunning. We have spoken about these before, I think. Have we not? Maybe a dwarf cichlid. Taenicara Candida. What's the common name of these guys? Oh, yeah. These skinny little fellas. They look kind of like Agassizias. No, I've never kept them before. They are said to be one of the most aggressive dwarf cichlids around. The males are hyper aggressive, where other reports say that the females are hyper aggressive. Alright, so that's interesting. It was once called the Epistogramma or YCI. Interesting. Now the Taenicara Candida. Awesome. Sounds like a challenging one. Hopefully you got heaps of line of sight breaks and caves, but I know you well enough to know that you'll be all over it. Cool looking fish, very unique. Starting to colour up now, they look stunning. Yeah, I bet they'd probably have really awesome powder blue sheens to them. I like it a lot. Anything exciting this week happen in the room? Not a lot. You can see, maybe you can't see. There's a lot of tanks that are green. I've got some medicine flying around the place. Some fish were just looking a bit iffy, so I just gave a bit of a multi-cure to a few of the tanks that just weren't going as expected, I think. So not nothing to be too worried about just yet, but I think things will be better after a good medication session. So I just gave him a course of dewormer and then a multi-cure, and we'll see after that if we have things changing a little bit. Just a few little sort of white parts on their lips and that sort of thing. So That's usually sort of a bacterial issue. But it could just be, from anything, really. So it's more preventative than anything, although I don't really like to preventatively treat fish, but Snappy like Blakey's marvellous t-shirt. Very good. Ordered some CPDs, some fella in Melbourne. Oh, you just ordered some. Wait, is that me or somebody else? Starting a new job week after next. Awesome. I have an Anubias gracilis in my nano tank. Now it's very, very big. Can I cut off all the leaves? And if I do the leaves grow back? Okay, so with Anubias, you want to be very careful. Anubias get pretty upset. You should be able to trim off a lot of the leaves though. You can definitely trim off the biggest ones. Trim off any that are yellow, have little holes in them. Maybe the ones that are sort of underneath the larger growth as well. But I'd never just trim off more than half of the leaves. But yeah, as well as that, make sure you do clean cuts and think on a 45-degree angle is what you want to do, because what will happen sometimes is then two shoots will come out of that 45 degrees. So yeah, get yourself some nice sharp scissors and do that. Don't sort of rip or tear at it, and yeah, you should be fine. Congrats on the new job, Mr. Maud, appreciate that. Had not hate. Definitely don't hate it. It's a good stress reliever. I'm late. Hate to shoot some kids with Nerf bullets. Definitely gonna hit up your Etsy boy for a breeding tray. Yeah. So just hold off. I mean, you can anytime really, but yeah. Anyone who orders anything like today, it's gonna be probably 3 weeks before I can get anything done realistically. If touch wood, if we have no breakdowns as well. That's the nature of 3D printing though. Rumble, the up and coming brackish man. Yes, Rumble. He's bitten off quite an adventurous brackish fish, that's for sure. He's getting a lot of love on the TikTok as well for it. Also, dim times, we don't even have any Pepsi Max this evening, which is the usual drink of choice. Oh gosh. It's not focusing that close, is it? Can't give you the close-ups because there's not enough light, probably. We got a sugar-free lemonade. So we need to go shopping in this house. Got 9 L80s a few days ago. Pretty happy with them. Nice. L80s. I never know what L numbers are what, so I'm going to have to... L80. Pleco. Oh, Pecolita, the clown Pleco. I like those. Dwarf Pecolitas. Fantastic. They're probably not called clowns. Probably Pleco people out there are like, that's the clown Pleco is L158. Don't you know that? No, clearly I don't. I like them. I like them a lot. Got a few days pretty happy. Yeah, nice. About to set up a 30-litre dirter tank, Volvatech, which is water absorbing mineral. Yep, I used it as a houseplant substrate to top it off. Any heads up advice that goes beyond research? Alright, so let's read that again. I'm about to set up a 30-litre dirter tank, Volvatech, which is a water absorbing mineral I used as a houseplant substrate to top it off. Okay, so I'm going to just pretend that says 30-litre dirter tank capped with Volvatech, which I presume is something like perlite or similar. Any heads up advice that goes beyond the cap. So just make sure you have a thick cap. Don't overdo it with the dirted stuff. That's what the main things are. I've got a video on it, but yeah, to summarize, go sparingly on the nutrient material at the bottom. Make sure you have a thick cap. Make sure that whatever you're using to cap it isn't too large grain, because what can happen is then you'll have all these nutrients just kind of getting absorbed into the water column really easily. So that's why sand, most of the time sand isn't a great option for planter tanks, but the sand really works because it holds those nutrients in. by sort of being constrictive or being compacted. That's what usually is the downside, but in that case it's a good side. So other than that, pretty simple. Just keep an eye on things and do water changes a lot in the beginning as things get stable. Did you get work sorted? Yeah, so I did. I got an offer that I've accepted, so I'm not going to be homeless. That's a good thing. I've also this week just been really busy because I had a couple more interviews for other roles that I applied for at the same time, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, as of now, I've got a role that I've accepted with the same organisation, so that's good. Silk Milk Jilk. Oh, you've got the question about the 30 there. Gavin, how's it going? Gav, hi all, can you do a mixed cherry shrimp tank and keep the colour, or do they all turn wild quickly? Nah, I don't think they turn wild immediately. Actually, that's what we set up at Brad's house. I dropped off a couple of different colours to Brad. He already had blue. I chopped off some yellow, some blacks, and some more blues. And you can definitely do it. All you need to do is just keep an eye on the babies, and just like a normal shrimp tank, you just cull out any of the undesirable ones. So if you want some really strong colours, then you just cull out any colours that are a bit diluted. But it works the same way. You probably have a little bit more variation in what you can get, but same principle applies. No rush, the 3D print can't wait. I'll continue with my home brand version. Yeah, it's all good. I've been trying to sort of temper expectations with all the posts and stuff, but I'm guaranteed that somebody will I'll send out a few days later than what it says on the side, and then I'll get an earful from someone. Yeah, okay, so it was from me. Good. Assistant manager at ARB, Alice Springs. Oh, that's a good gig. You'd have heaps of business up there, for sure. Definitely will be a challenge. I found the male is the biggest pushover compared to the female. Okay. Been feeding constant live foods. I think it's time to get some cultures going. Now you're speaking my language. Now you want to see some... Oh, we'll see. We'll try the third close-up for the day. You want to see some cultures? Look at that. Hang on. I've got a light here. I can use this light. I need two hands. This is just my little light that I use for on camera. Look at them. Those are all microworms. So I just refreshed the culture about 2 weeks ago, both cultures, and I find that after that time they just kind of go gangbusters. So gotta love microworms. And yeah, I got a bit slack on the brine shrimp as well, so I've been firing that up again. Amateur Aquatic Addiction, how's it going, AAA? Hey, I've been looking for a while. I thought it was time to say hi. Well, I'm glad you did. Appreciate the quality advice. I definitely remember your screen name popping up on comments here and there, so good to have you. I gave the chubby Ember Tetra Epsom salts. Nothing has changed. Maybe just overweight. Yeah, some fish are just strange, I guess. I guess like me, some are calorically gifted, and others can be a bit more calorically challenged, I suppose. But yeah, I'm sure it looked pretty happy, to be honest, Brad, when I was there, so I wouldn't be too stressed about it. Even though, yeah, sometimes a big female can just carry eggs like that. Yesterday I went to visit my friend, a 3-hour journey. I live in India, awesome. Went to a pet store and I've seen arowana for 500 rupee, $7. That's insane. Send some over, that'll work. Nah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I had a good chat with Taran about his trip to India recently, and yeah, had some interesting experiences. That's for sure. I think he should do a live stream just on that. I think it'd be really cool to ask questions about it. Oh, DKF, you'll get your commission in the mail. Advertising the Etsy. Let's keep him busy, folks. Appreciate it. You might convince me to buy a third printer. That would. I was kind of in two minds about it. I don't know where I'd keep it in the long term, but I'm kind of tempted. Have you watched Moon Knight? No. So I'm interested. I've heard that it's good, but I'm just waiting for some episodes to accumulate, because I tend to watch things all at once, especially if I missed the boat originally. So I think, yeah, I'll just wait now until I can sort of watch it in 2 weeks, or that's 2 weekends. Not sure what the show. It's odd for me. Not sure what I think. How many rainbows come from softer, more acidic water? From roughly what I know, it's about half. So, in some areas of Papua New Guinea, like, the water is super limestone enriched, basically from volcanoes, I think. So that's fish like the turquoise. But yeah, it's hard to say. A lot of the softer areas, I think, have more pseudomogills than other fish, you know, but there's always going to be plenty of rainbows like splendidas. Yeah, it's so varied that I'd never sort of pretend to know it off the top of my head. That's something like Gary Lang needs to be your man for that one. But from what I've kind of seen, looking at a lot of different types, it's about half, I think. Cultures for days, yeah. Is there a breathing hole? Yes. Yeah, I can show you. So for my breathing hole, I just have a piece of, what is that? I think it's an old baby wipe, actually. I have an old baby wipe sticky taped over a hole so that no nasties can get in, but air can escape. And I regularly clean it just so, you know, nothing accumulates on it. All my tanks dirted 1 inch with 2 inch sand cap. Yeah. Yep. If anything, you could even go 3 inches sand cap if you really wanted to. What's a normal price for a single black ram? We had one in at work and they were priced up to £60. That's insane. For us, it's not unusual for them to be sort of $15, $20 each Australian, which is what, £10? So that is insane. It would have, hopefully it looked like a real good specimen, but yeah, it's a bit rich for my blood. Trust me, fam, the 5th ep balanced everything and the acting is top notch. How's my day going, Blake? I don't know, Edwin, how is your day going? My day's going okay. I was pretty stressed out before because as I mentioned, I was doing a couple of interviews, but I'm excited to welcome in the weekend now. We've got one more day to get through. We can basically sense the weekends here. So as far as I'm going, we're easing it on into the weekend. What age would you expect Frontozo to breed? From what I know about Frontozo, and keep in mind I've never kept them, but I looked into them a while ago. I think they're really, really slow growing, so wouldn't surprise me if they take sort of 4 years, 5 years to breed, John. But yeah, I think you'll find that the males, I think as well, and we're really testing the memory banks now. The males matured before the females. So even if you've got a male with a nice big nuchal hump, it could still be a year or so before a female is going to be ready. So yeah, Frontozo, really slow burners, John, from what I understand. Hi Blake, I was able to get 4 black tiger batters. Awesome. That's really exciting. Did you get them from Tony at the Pea Puffer farm? Because I saw that she was selling, I think, 4 of them, and I was very tempted. Very, very tempted. Thinking of trialing blackworms in the next styrofoam box. Great choice. Yep, definitely love my blackworm culture. Actually, because it's way up in the top corner, I always forget about it, and then I remember that it's there, and I get a nice couple of big turkey bases full of blackworms, and everything's happy. My problem is keeping my grindelwurm culture going when I go on holiday. Everyone wants to look after the cats, auto feeders. No one wants to look after my worms. What is wrong with people? They don't understand. Cats schmats. Actually, I'm allergic to cats, so I'm probably not the right person to sympathise about cats. The problem is they're English. Got a better a couple months ago. He started flashing and his scales are rubbed raw. I've tried Parasite Cure and Melifix for a few weeks. No change. Advice. Flashing and his scales are raw. Alright, well, let's have a think. So, I think it might be flukes. Have you tried? Well, you've tried Parasite Cure. Check what the active ingredient is on that Parasite Cure. I guess I can look it up to save time. Imaginarium Parasite Cure. If it's Praziquantel, we're good. Parasite Cure. It's not coming up. Here. Promotes relief from ick as well as other common parasites. Alright, that's not a great start. What? I guess ick is a parasite technically, but what's the active ingredient? It's loading. That doesn't have it. I don't know. See if you can let me know what the active ingredient is in it. We'll go from there. Looks like it's just going to be kind of a methylene blue type treatment, in which case I'd dose something with Praziquantel in it. Could be. I'm new. I tried for months to think of a cool name before commenting, but alas, not original. I'll have to think again. Amateur. AAA. Maybe it was another AAA. I know there's a few. There's Aussie Aquatics. I know that one. There's probably, yeah, maybe someone's beat you to the punch there. Granted, it was pitch black, but I was gosmink that they were trying to get that much. Should have got super creative with your channel name like me. Yeah, or me. Don't know why my betta always flashes when the lights are turned off. It's in a planted tank. I'm afraid it's getting stressed a lot. But if I keep lights on, there might be an algae bloom. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't keep lights on. It's just not a sustainable practice to move forward. Almost purchased a $12 fish until I saw the $35 shipping fee. That just means you've got to get more fish to make it worthwhile. Brad. Hey Brad, I went to Pets Domain as well that we were talking about in Geelong. They didn't have anything too crazy there. Maybe I caught them, just as they were about to order some new stuff in. Yeah, they had some pretty cool stuff though. I guess they had some discus and all that, but yeah, it's interesting. I've driven past it probably thousands of times. So I never knew it was there. Best smaller rainbow for a Flex 15. Flex 15, that's not going to be great for a rainbow fish really. I probably wouldn't do it, but Leo, what I would do is I'd get probably 8 Pacific Blue Eyes instead. I mean, they're technically not a rainbow fish, but they're in the same ballpark. Heaps of colour. And yeah, beautiful blue eye, yellow fins. Do that. If not, you could get Pygmy Rainbows, Melanitania pygmea. A lot of people don't really like the head on them. They're kind of like a bit of a goofy shaped head. I reckon they've got really underrated colours though. I've kept a couple that I got randomly that, yeah, they were kind of just accidental inclusion into a shipment of fish, and really, really enjoyed them. So you could try Pygmy Rainbows. I would say I wouldn't get more than probably 6 though. Amateur Aquarium. Yeah, I like it. I like the alliteration. And you could come up with some really cool logos if it takes off, I could imagine like a AAA across there, and you could do some cool stuff with that for sure. Chili Rasboras. I've lost 90% of the first group. That's shocking. Yep. I'm saying that's like a shame, not that you've done a bad job. And to replace them will cost me nearly $30 each. Any recommendations on keeping them so I don't have the same problem? I wish I did, Thomas. Again, another fish. I've ordered them before and they didn't come through. And yeah, the fish store was having losses. So yeah, I'm really not sure what to say. You could try. It's always better to try and get stuff from a local breeder if you can, so they'll be used to your water parameters. If it was very soon, like within the first couple of days, then I'd suggest maybe they were kind of already on the way out, and maybe that was partly due to an acclimation issue, so try drip acclimating them next time. Maybe they didn't acclimatize to whatever is in your water that might be different to where they came from. There's a few different reasons, and the other one is maybe they weren't eating. So very small fish is sometimes hard to know if they're actually eating or not. So you could try some live baby brine shrimp, at least for the first couple of weeks, making sure that you're sitting back observing them, which I know is hard sometimes if they're really shy, but sitting back observing them and making sure they're actually eating the food, making sure they have big fat bellies on them. Those are the things I usually do in the first instance. Looking at restocking my 300 litre planted tank. Recommendations for someone who just kept a large guppy colony. 300 litres is a good size. What would that be? That'd be like a 4 foot by... Is that one of the 4 by 18 by 18s? 75 gallons is 300 litres. So yeah, it's probably a 75. I reckon get like 6 angelfish maybe. I like angels. I reckon they're really underrated. And don't just get like random angels from a store. Do a lot of research. Find out what angelfish you like the best, because there's some really cool types out there. There's obviously Peruvian ultims, sapphires, gold heads. There's of course albinos, zebras. Green, I quite like Bulgarian green angelfish. The list goes on. Smoky angels, black angels. You could have a really nice bright tank and get black angelfish. That would be cool. But I'd do that, and then you could have something else, like a big schooling fish like Congo tetras or something like that. Something that's kind of always around, but not a lot of people do it right, I don't think. Triple A says it all. Yeah, I reckon it's cool. Nothing else to do. PP for flukes in discus. Yeah, potassium permanganate. Really fun to say. Makes your water go purple. 500 miles from you there. Long journey to nourish my worms. How to fix the flex tank going? Whoa. Chris. Some days I think I don't know English, but this one's not my fault. How the fix to flex tank going, or whatever the name was. How is the... What was it? Wreck to flex? No. Trash to... Now I can't even remember what it is. Anyway. Trash? No. What was it? I don't know. Wreck to flex? Anyway, it's over there. It's going really, really well. It's on the corner. And yeah, Puff Daddy, the puffer, he's in there. And also the whiptail's in there, going really well. Taters Dale, how's it going? Tater Salad, 100 krona. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the great content made. Thank you.
We love you. You're very special.
Bruh.
He is a legend. He really is. There aren't too many legends around.
Thanks, Taters. I was worried I lost you there for a while. I saw you in some rival streams, but good to see you back. Thanks for all the great content, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging around. You've been around the traps for years now, so appreciate that. And hopefully we can keep everyone passionate about the hobby, I guess, including myself. Thanks, everyone, for doing that. I appreciate it. Chili raspberries I find don't do well in high nitrates. Keep up on the water changes. My GH is around 8, temp 77 to 78. That's pretty high. They're in with my betta. Okay, that makes sense. Just lost a couple starting out and none since. Good tip. Thanks, Tigress. That toga looking at Blake, you better feed me, mate. It's bloody Thursday. Yeah, it's animal cruelty, isn't it? Oh, I went near the tank and the Oscars got excited as well. Alright, I can feed them. Now they're going crazy. Puppies, dinner time. That's how I talk to them when I'm off camera. Prince Andrew, what's going on here? I've only been once. It seemed to have fish. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I wasn't doubting you. but I'll just have to slip in there another time. So yeah, if I went yesterday, what's that, Wednesday? Yeah, midweek. They probably gear up on today or tomorrow for the weekend, I'd guess. I don't know why I put this in my left hand, because it's not really going to work, is it? Now I've got fish food in both hands. Alright. You see? Again, he's put half of it out the edge. Crazy fish. So there you go, we'll see. Oh, that's all gone. I was going to say we'll see if they peck at that over the next few minutes. I can't remember. Wrecked trash to something. I can't remember what that video was called now. It was a good name at the time. Rafael Rocha, welcome to the stream. Alright, now I'm all over the place. Do you think Pygmy Quarries would snack on my shrimp? No, Brad, you'll be 100% fine with Pygmy Quarries and shrimp. And it's a combination that I've done myself for at least a year, I'm sure. Great combo as well. It's also quite an interesting combo because like the Quarries are actually kind of mid-water swimmers if they're in a big school. When they get some nice schooling action, it's a sight to see. My girlfriend has talked me into getting a blind goldfish. He'll be named Stevie Wonder the goldfish. Isn't the conspiracy theory that Stevie Wonder's not actually blind? So you could try creating some kind of backstory for him where he just pretends because he gets more treats or something that way. I keep Indian almond and guava leaves in my better tank. Look up guava, very good. Nice. What else is happening here? I love my spotted blue eyes Gertrudes. Yeah, they're a good choice as well. Love those guys. What do I think of the Leopoldi angels? Let's look at them. Leopoldi. See, the trouble is with angels now is there's so many different names. Yeah, they're cool. I love those guys. Pterophyllum Leopoldi is a hardy fish that will do well and blah blah blah. What's the nickname? They're called Leopold's angels, dwarf angels, or Roman-nosed angels. They look awesome. Send some my way. I'll have them. Let me download an image. Now, keep in mind whenever I show images of things, like they're usually well over contrasted and stuff like that. So, probably barely find something like this in real life, but I'll bring it up. This is a Leopoldi angelfish. What a specimen. I'd get one of those. Thanks Blake and Tigris. I'll definitely try your suggestions with the next batch. I've also been thinking about trying RO for them next. We'll see how it goes. Oh, great reminder. I've been trying to buy an RO tank for like RO system contraption for like 2 weeks and I keep forgetting. Where's a good place to buy a bunch of 10-gallon tanks? If you find one, you tell me. I got a good deal at, Lifestyle Aquarium in Bandura on nested cube tanks, but 10 gallons, I'm not really sure. I think the best option is just to accumulate them slowly because there's no real good option. Unless you go just the Kmart, but then they're 5 gallon, obviously. All good, I try to stay away from 4 things. Politics, religion, royalty, and fish that eat plants. That's pretty good. I knew it was going to be good before I started reading it though. So rate that. I might have been drinking a bit, Blake. I swear it reads well when I plan to type it. Do you know, if people weren't aware, and I'm guilty of this when responding to comments on YouTube as well, people must think that I'm extremely illiterate because the new phones, I swear the keyboards on them, they don't really work. Maybe my thumbs got larger, but I just can't get the right letters on the keyboards. And these days, I'm not going back and deleting it. I'm just pressing send, and I don't really care. That's my new policy. My water is well and TDS around 300. Okay. I cut with RO to TDS 140. Yep. Been doing well. Don't need to remineralize. I add botanicals and leaf litter. Awesome. Great combo. I like it. Craig, my sulfur crest jumped out yesterday after breeding. Oh no. Accidentally put in second male and they must have been chasing. Oh. Yep. That's how fish keeping goes sometimes. We live and learn. Rest in peace. Sulfur crest. Alan, Alan, how's it going? Cheers for the recommendations. Been looking at Kochu Tetras, great choice as well. They are. I love Kochu Tetras, also known as King Tetras. Beautiful fish, very very active, like very jumpy. Even as you're trying to catch them, be very careful because Kochu Tetras, extremely jumpy fish. But yeah, I like them a lot. Been seeing red dwarf lobster / craze a lot in nano tanks with things like cherry shrimp, pygmy quarries, and sparkling gourami. Always thought craze are murder machines. You're right. So what's the deal there? Yeah, I'd say what they've been setting up there are ticking time bombs, and one day they will no longer have any fish or shrimp in those tanks. Yeah, I agree with you. And orangutan. Pygmies also go really well with ottos. True. Potatoes. How you gonna get Stevie Wonder sunglasses on a goldfish? That sounds like a challenge for you. Steve, how's it going? Love you, man, from the west coast of Canada. Hey, man, how's you baking up there? Found you this month. Got into the hobby 3 months ago. Got 3 tanks set up and 6 more cycling. This hobby got me forever. Can't wait to watch you go. Appreciate that. Likewise, I was pretty much in the same boat. Got the first tank. A week later, I had another tank in the downstairs toilet area. Water closet, I think realtors call it. And then I had another tank upstairs in the bathroom there. Another tank kitchen bench. And yeah, there was tanks all over the house. My dear wife said consolidate them all into the front room. And the rest is history. You're well on your way by the sounds about it. DKF, I'm going to ask Blake to 3D print me some glasses for him. Done. I'll 3D print him some little Michael Phelps goggles or something like that. I agree, Blake. My big old fat fingers don't work well on phones, especially with predictive text. Yeah, I don't know. I used to be real good on the old Nokia 3310. I used to be able to text in my pocket and not have to look at the screen when I was a school kid. So, you know, I don't think it's an issue with that. I blame the touchscreen technology. The delay in the chat feed always makes me feel like talking about a topic 10 minutes too late. Yeah. This night as well is pretty unusually delayed. So, yeah, I feel like I'm a bit more behind than usual. Came up, put their aquarium prices up. I wasn't sure. I did notice that they were a bit different yesterday when I had a look there. But they went the wrong way, I guess. Hey, Will. How's it going, mate? Will is a friend of mine from uni. So thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you're going well, Will. Been ages. So, yeah, good to see you. Here's the sliding technique. Might have to figure something out, but anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna go. What's happening? Obviously, I'm a terrible YouTuber again this week. No videos, but yeah, as I mentioned, plenty of distractions this week, so that'll be it. The kids as well this weekend start Auskick, so that'll pretty much wipe out Sunday. So we'll see what I can get done Saturday, but yeah, I'm excited to be a weekend sports dad, and I'll be definitely standing around with other dads, you know, just, I don't know, you're like, yep. We'll be like the opening scene of King of the Hill. We'll be standing there, probably have a Pepsi Max can, yep, just like that. That's pretty much how Sunday will go, I think. I had tanks all over the house and got a place in the garage, as the real estate used to freak out on so many In the house, yeah, for sure, for sure. 100% agree. Can hardly make sense of my text if the autocorrect doesn't kick in. Yeah, I feel like everyone's just given up now. We don't really mind if it's accurate or not. Anyone else had ants trying to eat silicon on Kmart tanks? I solved it, but not sure what they are doing. Yeah, actually I did. Had a lot of ants when I first moved into this house as well, and I just got ant rid, you know, like a little liquid, I don't know what it is, honey in disguise that they ate, and then I've never seen them since. So yeah, I just poisoned them basically. I'm really happy as well to report that my fly issue seems to be done here as well. So you might remember from a few streams ago there was like 40 billion flies around this room, so that seems to be fixed. Well, I don't know about you guys, but maybe we'll do a call for last comments, last questions. If there's anything burning that you want me to talk about, speak now or forever hold your peace. But yeah, we might probably wrap it up pretty soon. I use the bait stations, but yeah, odd behaviour. Yeah, for sure. There must be some kind of sweetness or something in the no doubt cheap silicon that Kmart use. Don't be that dad editing videos on your phone when the wee ones score a goal and you miss it. No. I'll be in goal. So I'll probably be like umpiring or, you know, going and collecting up all the footies or something like that, and I'll be getting amongst it. I reckon it's fun. I'll be do you know what I'll be doing? I'll be laying on my back until Wednesday next week, because I'll throw my back out thinking that I'm more active than I am trying to teach these kids a lesson. Happy with my YouTube journey so far, Blake. I'm reaching 400 subs, 150k views, and 1,000 hours watch time. That's awesome. That's awesome, Craig. If you've got 1,000 hours already, you must be going really well. So I'm really excited by that. I'm gonna make it 401. I might already be subscribed to you, but I sometimes forget. Craig's catfish. Oh yeah, looks like I already am subscribed, am I? You're not on 400, you're on 387. Nah, 388 now. Awesome, man. I'll subscribe to you. Also, in future, like if... I know some people are always like doing things on the sly. So, you know, if other people are like, oh yeah, check out my channel. Oh, Craig, you're doing a lot of shorts, are you? That's interesting. I've thought about setting up a shorts channel, because I don't want to flood this channel with shorts, but I just don't have the time realistically to do it. I watch a lot of TikTok and stuff, but when it comes to making shorts, I'm just not into it really. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Do you like watching shorts? But I'm not the type of person that's going to make like some sort of clickbaity short or whatever for YouTube. Like, it's just not really natural to me. So yeah, not something I've really considered that much. What was the fly issue? I had thousands on the glass door. So it was an old duck. What happened was, it was an old bucket of duckweed that was in the corner that initially started the fly issue, and then I just think they were just, I don't know, being flies and just being everywhere. So I got some of these like sticky things that you hang up. It like unravels some very sticky tape, and then they all get stuck to it. And I've also regularly cleaned out all the buckets and all that now as well. Don't say burning week event. Yeah, for sure. DKF, do you have Facebook? Good question. Yeah, he does. Might be tricky to find him. Yeah, let's go for silicon. Alright, well, I'll see everyone next week, assuming the palm oil industry doesn't destroy my crib and harem. Good luck with that, Orangutan. I'll be cheering on the species, and I'm glad to have an in with you, so that I can check in every week on how you're going. So I appreciate that. Now I've lost everyone. There he is. I'm proud. I do, John, but might be tricky to find. Yep, close to 400. Yep. I have a couple of drone vids with less than 20 views. Everyone starts there. I even have the description of man in wheelchair learns to fly. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I don't think people would like to watch my moss grow. Well, you never know. You'd find some kind of like through the flower horn types who'll watch like a 10-hour time lapse of moss growing. The flies are disappearing now the weather is cooling down. They'll be back. Don't tell me that, Mark. I prefer to live in denial. I don't like shorts. Yeah, me either. Not sure about shorts for YouTube, yeah. If I was going to do that, I'd do that probably for TikTok instead, but it doesn't really translate across, I don't think, so I'm happy with doing the content that I do here. Don't edit anything. I wish you could hide shorts from your uploads, just have them in a play. That would be good, yeah. I would probably do it then, if that was the case. But I subscribe to some people, and they'll upload like 10 shorts in a row. So your subscription feed is just this random channel's 10 shorts in a row. I'm like, mate, I'm not watching 5 videos of a Pleco eating a Pleco wafer, and then 5 videos of, like some Tetris spinning around breeding eggs or something like that. Like, stop clogging up my feed. And I often unsubscribe to those people because they annoy me. So that's what I don't want to do. Yeah, exactly right, John. Not a fan of shorts. Yeah, it seems like not very many people like them, but then they get crazy views. So go figure. I thought mine were ants initially. They were so small. Okay. Those tape things are great. Just ugly. Yeah, and you got to find somewhere to hang them. Got one of those fly traps wrapped around my face once. They are super sticky. That would be a nightmare. Yeah, I've seen that, John. They're great, but they look gross when full, for sure. I spent thousands on Venus flytraps over the years. Don't think I've caught a fly. Yeah. It's Hey Harrison, how you going, mate? How would you repair a male angelfish with a pair, you mean? My last female died from illness. Oh, repair. The male should be fine. They're not that committed. So long as you have a new female of comparable size, who is mature enough to breed, then you shouldn't have an issue with that. Which is a relief in your case. So sorry to hear about your female angel. You need to make sure you get appropriate clearance when trying to duck under them. Great tip. So on that one, yeah, I think that'll do it for another stream. Really awesome hanging out with you all. Appreciate you. Hopefully you liked my fancy lights up in the corner. That was a big addition. Other than that, really always a good time welcoming the weekend with all you fantastic people. Look after yourselves. Have a great weekend. Do all the things you need to do. And other than that, that'll probably do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.